Good morning and welcome to Journal Society. Happy Friday. What is it? Friday, May 3rd. Welcome to Journal Society. We're 3 days into May. Congratulations. Yay. So welcome to Journal Society. I'm Hazel, founder of Big Girl Interrupted, and Monday and Friday at 7:15 a.m. we host Journal Society. And what does that mean and what does that look like? It looks like where I provide you with a journal prompt. Every month is a different theme. So for the month of May, we will be journaling about effective communication. And what does effective communication look like for you, and reflecting on how are you communicating. Good morning, Gifty. How are you communicating? And so the prompts are just there to help you reflect, grow, improve, learn, and discover. Because I find that when I journal, that I just learn something new about myself. And I also learn about some habits that I have that may be needing to change or improve on, and places where I need to grow. And so for me, that's why journaling is so powerful and important. Um, so effective communication, what does it look like when you're not effective with it? There's an increased level of conflict in your communication. There's a breakdown of communication. There's unresolved issues or misunderstandings when your communication is not clear or understood by the other person, or in any way that you're communicating it. Um, it also, when you're communicating and you're in a conversation and you consistently break up the conversation by, adding something else. And sometimes, often you'll hear people say, "Oh, that's my ADHD," especially when they change the conversation. But that's where you have to actually pause. And what I do is take a deep breath. The person doesn't know I'm taking a deep breath, but I have to pause to refocus myself and to pay even more attention to what they're saying, the conversation, pulling out the key things. A great strategy for that is to, when you're hearing the key things, store it and then rephrase it back to the person. So one, they know that you are listening. And when communication is not working, as I said, there's a lot of misunderstanding, and then you have to go back and repair that misunderstanding. So it's important to just figure out what strategies work for you, and also use today's journal prompt as a way to discover like what your communication style is and reflect on that so that you can actually figure out the areas that you need to improve. So I'm going to invite you to grab your journal. And as you know, if you don't have one, you can click the link in the bio and you can check out our journal collection. Or you can also, and we also have journals that are 7-day journal prompt that are for free, and a 28-day self-care journal prompt that's also for free. So you can check that out at the link in the bios, and on YouTube and Facebook, you can check the links below. So today's journal prompt is reflect on a recent conversation you had yesterday. So I want you to reflect on, because we have lots of conversations throughout our day. So reflect on a conversation you had yesterday. How well did you listen to the other person's perspective? And what could you have done to improve your listening skills in that interaction? So I'm going to read that's a big prompt. And if you don't know, the prompt is also always available in a post at 7:15 in the morning. So if you need to see the actual written prompt, you can see it there. So I'm going to read it again. How well did you listen to the other person's perspective? And what could you have done to improve your listening skills in that interaction? So reflecting on a conversation that you had yesterday. So grab your journal and let's journal. Oh, I have a good one. Okay. So yesterday I had to host a meeting with my team partner at a school. And in that meeting, sometimes people come in with different presents. And as we know, people come in with different things in their backpack when they come into environments. So an individual has a consistency of carrying certain things in their backpack that are not positive, especially energy. So my partner and I made sure we clear the air by stating our goals, our intentions, and that this is a positive space and it's a safe space. That throughout that meeting, that individual continued to share not community concerns, but personal concerns that didn't, I don't want to it didn't go with the context of the conversation that we were having in terms of the meeting and what the meeting topic was about. It was very self-reflective and self-centering and not thinking about the team or the students that we were there to support. So the communication styles and skills that I had to use in that conversation was I was listening, I was reframing that individual's concerns, and then I also left that person with the opportunity to make the decision for themselves. If you don't like the outline, if you don't like the goals or the layout of what we are working towards as a team, then I encourage you, and if it doesn't fit with, our ask of you showing up outside of your work hours, if you're not able to do that, please do what you need to do for yourself and your family and what you think is important for you. So that's how I chose to communicate and gave them permission to take care of themselves and do what they feel is best for themselves. Because the ask that we're asking is not a big ask. It's not a forced ask. It's sort of a expectation, but it's not something, if you want to say, is part of a teacher's collective agreement. So they can say no, they don't want to attend because it's after school hours. But if you are there for children, you will show up because you would want somebody to show up for your child, right? And be there for your child. So that's how I left it for that individual. And that's how I chose to effectively communicate, but also still be supportive and also reflect and also allow them to know that I heard what they said by paraphrasing what they said. And that was that. So I want to leave you with this quote. Communication is not just speaking. It's about ensuring your message is heard and understood. And that's by Sheryl Sandberg. Have yourself an amazing, amazing, amazing Friday and enjoy your weekend. And it's a beautiful day out. So don't stay inside. Go outside and do something awesome for yourself. Bye. See you on Monday.